What is going on, guys? My name is Lextasy. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to After Hours Racing. You got the whole crew here today because, well, if you guys didn't see the last episode, we had some fun with this Mustang, or Adam did over there, but then he also did some major damage on the motor.
We got something weird going on.
Something weird going on with the car?
Spraying oil.
It's spraying oil? Oh boy. Or some sort of damage, we don't know yet, but that is what we're here today to find out. And also new parts have just came in for the Dodge Charger build that we're doing as well. So I will reveal those to you guys in this episode. We have a lot to go over. We're pulling the motor out. We're going to take the heads off. We're going to figure out exactly what went wrong. We're going to really tear into an LS today and see what it's all about and why everybody hypes these motors up and why we're putting one in our Dodge Charger. So without further ado, guys, let's get this video going. Ladies and gentlemen, got the whole crew here today. You got Adam, Nate, and of course Tyler in the back as well. So that is Tyler's car, just a little reveal there. So he is building a dragster as well for this season. So we got a lot of stuff working, man, but we got to get the big boy back on the road. So what do you think is, what's your prediction, Adam? What do you think went wrong with this car? So what happened? You were doing a pull, right? Because we made it through the first round.
Yeah, so we got through, so backstory is we were in Paradise, Georgia, Dragway. We won Modern Street in Paradise, but in order to win Modern Street, we had to run the car a lot harder than we have been. Okay. And it blowed a little oil out on the final pass, and I've just chalked it up to not having baffles in the intake like an idiot. And before I get internet hate, I know I just didn't put them in there.
So you think it was blowing out of the catch can, right? Is that what you're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, but it was blowing out in an excessive way. So It was coating the whole, like, the shock tower, and it was blowing it up on the windshield. Wow. So we took the car down, put baffles in, changed the oil, and then whenever we went back to English Mountain to run, first round the car puked like a quart of oil, and at that point I know we have a problem. So instead of hurting the motor any worse, we just stopped there, and now we're going to pull it out. I'm hoping that it is a ring, it's an easy fix. I'm hoping I ain't crack a sleeve or nothing. So.
Ooh, that's where it gets expensive, right?
Yeah.
Now, what can you tell us about the motor setup itself? I know it's an LS, obviously, but which one is it, if you don't mind sharing? If it's not...
honestly, this car's an iron 6.0. It's a
wow.
It's a slightly large iron 6-liter, but crank rods and piston motor, your basic cookie cutter stuff. Wow. This is factory stuff. These heads are stock as a rock 317s too.
Are they really? Yeah. How many passes on this build right here?
Probably, what do you think, Tyler? We probably got 200 passes on it.
At least 200.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been through 5 sets of tires this season, and we try to change tires every 40 passes.
And this is the first major issue that you've had in a while, right?
Yeah, it's really the only issue we've had with this car.
All right, so today's game plan is to pretty much pull the motor out, right? How long is that going to take, you think?
Not very long. We'll yank the trans out. This car is pretty user-friendly. Everything's on butt connectors, like 2-pin connectors and stuff. So, like the radiator, we've been in here 5 minutes. We're getting ready to pull the radiator. All the intercooler ducking's off. I mean, you see airline stuff. Yeah. It just unplugs. We got one big fuel line in the back. Take it loose, the whole intake will come off as one unit, and then we'll pull the valve covers, turn them upside down, put the valve train on it. So we're going to start taking the motor out. There's 4 sets of hands, so it should be pretty quick, and I'll update you once we get it out. It does not take long at all. After Hours Racing, guys, is going to be as legit of a team as possible, man. We're going to have so much fun. We also got merch coming as well that's been approved by Adam, so I think you guys are going to enjoy it also. I will drop a link down below for you guys to check it out. Every dollar goes towards these builds, back into these cars to have as much fun as possible, and it will help us to build this team to you know, have even more high horsepower cars. So I'm super excited to do it, guys. All right, so we got under the car here real quick, guys, and started draining the oil. And well, unfortunately, I missed it. But what did you say happened, Adam? She had water in it.
Water in the oil pan, huh?
Something with a head gasket.
How bad?
Not real sure yet, but.
So you think it just what? Just lifting the heads like you were saying, or what?
It might have.
Okay.
Whenever I get it apart, we'll know, because we'll pull the head off of it and see what it looks like. See what kind of damage we've done.
So I mean, that's the worst, or not the worst, but the best thing that could have happened.
Best case, we pull the head gasket up. Worst case scenario, we channel the block somewhere. So while we drain the oil, Tyler, let's talk about your Mustang here real quick, man. You don't got to give us all the secret details, but what is the game plan with this? Are you going to kind of like mimic in the way or copy what's on this one, or is it going to be a little different setup?
So they'll be similar setup.
So it's still going to be an LS though, right?
Yeah, it'll be LS. It'll be single turbo.
Ooh, you're going big.
Yeah.
Okay. And the suspension, I'm seeing the springs and stuff. It seems almost not identical, but a lot of the same things that are on Adam's Mustang, yeah, for the most part.
It'll be really close.
Hey, shout out to Tin Soldier Race Cars. If y'all see this, you guys make nice shit. The shop's killer.
So all the anti-roll bar stuff, and most of the suspension components come from Tin Soldier Race Cars. Performance Fab did the bracing on the rear end.
Dude, I see the front end, so, and the tube chassis in the front, yeah? So
we just got the front end tube, got the fenders and everything hung on it to mock everything up.
God, man, this thing is
we
ready.
Finished putting the cage in it, and then it's going for paint.
We're all staying in the 400 to 500 horsepower range. I mean, that's, you know, but that's what we're saying. You'll never see these cars on the dyno, but because dynos don't matter. Dyno numbers mean nothing if you can't put it down on the ground. Ain't that right, Adam?
Very true. Very true.
So this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. I'm not joking when I say we're going to have at least 3, maybe 4 or 5 cars actually on the track for the team. So it's going to be good. Probably running in the same classes for the most part. So
we'll have a couple cars in hard tire, a couple cars in extreme street.
Ladies and gentlemen, literally maybe 30-45 minutes later, we got the whole block out of the car. As you can tell, just a rolling chassis at this point, rolling shell. So I guess from this point on, what, take the heads off and see what the damage is, and
we're gonna disassemble it, see what fun lies. Damn it, Tyler, you scared the shit out of me.
He's still in. Damn it, that bolt's fucking bent now.
Way to go, Tyler. We're out $2.10 for one bolt. Doesn't it? Shit, pistons look good.
Yeah. Nothing that really jumps out at you. One more to go, guys. So far, I would say the news is pretty good, but I mean, we're really hoping it's the head gasket, so hopefully it is on this next one. All right, guys, head number 2. So now what, Adam?
I don't know.
That's very confusing.
That one gap's good.
I don't see a piston fucked up.
That gap's good.
All right, so while Adam and the boys are trying to figure out what is going on with the block, that has got to be the worst feeling, not knowing what went wrong, because usually, you know, if it's a very basic symptom or something that you can really diagnose quick, if it's a cracked head gasket, for example, you replace and you're good to go. But in a case like this where everything looks good, that really throws a lot of red flags because you don't even know where to look or what to replace. So that's got to be the worst feeling. But while they're working with that, 3 things came in for our Charger, and I want to go ahead and show it to you guys. So the boxes are here. We got a box there, and this box that we already opened to kind of look at. These are our universal LS motor mounts. We have to kind of piece it together, which we'll show you in the next video, because the motor should be here within, I would say, a week or so. So I can't wait to show that to you guys. But like I said, different pieces that we just need to weld on to the motor mount brackets or whatever the motor mounts were before in those 2 spots there. And it should be a direct fit because it's made for the Charger chassis. So it's pretty cool that there's companies out there that actually design stuff like this, so it makes it a lot more simpler for us than try to make our own customized brackets. Now here's the second box. This one is pretty cool because I haven't opened it yet, but I know what it is, and it's one of the very important pieces for our build. What do we have here? Well, it looks like another box inside a box, so that's good. That tells you that the package is very, very expensive if they're gonna double box it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you guys the brains of our build. This is the Holley Terminator X. This is everything we need to wire in our LS motor that's coming in with the Power Glide to make sure that this whole thing runs. So basically, it's a standalone ECU, and if I'm not mistaken, it should be in this box right here. Unlike other brands, with the Holley Terminator X package, which should be right in here, all we need is to literally plug this into our engine. On its own, it's going to tune the motor to run exactly how we need it to run. It's unbelievable what these programs can do these days. This little computer right here is going to run a 1,000+ horsepower engine. It's crazy, but literally every plug that we need, every connector is there, including there should be a 3-inch screen right there. So we're going to run that as well to be able to read all the gauges and everything that's, look at that, guys. I mean, this is unbelievable. Every connector, every pin is there. So thank you, Holley EFI, for making that piece of our puzzle super easy to fix and make it all work together. Now, this is the third piece right here to the shipment that came in today, and I gotta say, it looks so good because even though this thing is still missing a motor, it's missing everything on the inside of the car, which we should be coming in next week. In next video, you're gonna see racing seats. We do need to get a cage. We're gonna have all this actually matted with some special carpet to make it look like a stock car on the inside. We're gonna have harnesses, we're gonna have everything, but look at those VMS 17-inch bead locks with Mickey Thompsons. Holy snap, guys. It is starting to look like a race car because when I have a motor in the front, look at the suspension travel, man. This thing looks like it's an off-road vehicle, which is actually a good thing that it's got this much suspension travel because whenever we are doing a wheelie, we do need this much distance for it to travel and to be able to actually push all that power to the back of the car. And when all that power makes it to the back of the car, these Mickey Thompson's ET Street R's are going to do the work. This is the fattest tire I've ever placed on any car. Look at that. Now I know it seems like it's still sitting high up there, but that's because the suspension does have to adjust and settle on its own. But look, this is insane how much it sticks out on the back. God bless. It's gonna have a lot of burnout rubber over here on the back. We're gonna have to figure that out. But from every angle, it finally looks like a legitimate race car, guys. That is so sick, and I'm so excited. Wait till you see the next video. When we get the motor in here, we're gonna be opening that massive crate, and all the big components are also coming in. We just bought the heads as well, the 243 heads, which we're sending off to the shop, the same machine shop that's doing Adam's engine and Tyler's engine. So everything's gonna be shipped off. So when we get it back, it's ready to be installed. But God, I can't stop looking at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't kidding when I said these boxes are literally rolling in every single day. It is the next day and another piece to the puzzle has come in. If this is what I think it is, which it probably is, that means I am really far behind on getting that interior done and ready because a lot of race car parts are going in the engine bay and of course inside the car as well, because this thing is going to be strictly a race car. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a race seat brackets, guys. This is custom made brackets, and I'm not gonna say for what brand of car seats, but this right here is a very important piece to the puzzle to make sure everything on the inside fits. Now this is for planted seat adapter for driver's side. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that passenger side real quick. And if I'm not mistaken, this should use the factory bolts, which I see that there. Okay, so it's going to sit up a little bit. As you can tell, the clip is going to be up there. And yep, it goes in that hole and in this hole as well. I can't tell you what seats they are, but they should be here this week as well. Oh, I got two of them. Harnesses are coming in as well. I think I ordered that also. There's so much stuff that's about to roll in here, which means we really need to get that interior done. And today I want to focus on getting this dashboard bracket completely taken out of the car again. As you can tell, it does look a lot better than it was before. We got a lot of the rust off. But anyways, we're going to take the bracket off, take it outside. I did buy an 80 grit sandpaper right here that I'm going to use to really scratch as much of that rust off as I can. And then we did get some primer, rusty metal primer here, and then a roll bar and chassis black paint. Now it says it doesn't require any primer, but you know what, I want to take an extra step because I want this thing to last. Now I also got some Go Mango Orange factory paint coming in that I'm going to use to touch up those spots where you can still see a little bit of that surface rust on there. We got as much of it out as possible, but it does still need a good fine detail, because what we want to do is lay black carpet in here. We'll have a rear seat delete kit coming in, so all this is going to be blacked out. It's going to look really nice, especially when we put the dash back in the car. So it's going to look almost factory when you look from the outside of it, until you look inside and realize there's race seats. There's going to be a roll cage here, a 4-point roll cage that's also on the way. So after a good hour of scrubbing, this is the best I got so far, man. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I would say I got about 65-70% of all the rust off. We went through like 3 pads of that sandpaper, but it doesn't look too bad, man. I think it is ready for primer. I washed off the best I could. Look, we're not trying to win shows here, okay? We're trying to win races. So this is probably as good as it's going to get. Ooh, look at that bad boy right there. All fixed up, all painted black. Looks so much better. Wow. Don't worry about the little running spots. It is what it is. It's not here to win shows. Now, the next part is we need to clean this bad boy up here. This engine bay needs to get ready for that short block we got coming in, that LS motor. For the most part, this part's going to be super easy to clean up. It's not really salt. I think it's just dust and dirt and everything else built up here. Got to get rid of these extra brackets, cut some ABS lines, really clean up this area and get it ready for the engine installation. Clean up the motor mounts here and the chassis and everything like that. So it's just mostly dirt, but as you can see right now, it looks pretty dirty. Give me just a second and let's see what it looks like after this. Woo, look at that shiny engine bay. You kind of notice well, they cheaped out on the paint though. They were painting the Go Mango Orange. You're like, there, forget it. Okay, let's continue on here. But I gotta say, it looks a lot more better, a lot more cleaner. We got rid of this extra ABS system and brackets. We did leave the brake lines because we are going to be using them for the little adjuster here that's going to work for the front, and the rear brakes is going to be a manual adjuster. Kind of hard to explain, but we'll show in the next video. I think this is a perfect stopping point because in the next video, the engine should be here where we are going to be mounting it up. We're going to also check and find out if the oil pan is actually going to clear or not. If we're going to get a custom oil pan that probably is the rear sump or front sump, we don't know yet. But we are going to be keeping the power steering, which means there's a lot of stuff we have to work with here. But hopefully somehow we can make it go over the brace and cross member and actually clear. That would be the easiest way to go about it. I've seen a guy on YouTube that did it before. There was only one guy I could find that had a charger with an LS swap. No idea why people don't do it more often, but we're about to find out probably why that is. But I am excited, guys. We're making massive progress. God, dude, I can't stop looking at that. That is like the ultimate drag racer look, man. That is so mean. This Goldmaker Orange Dodge Charger RT is going to hurt a lot of feelings this season, guys. And the season starts in about, I would say, month and a half or so, at the start of March. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this type of content and you're looking forward to seeing this thing drag racing, definitely drop a like, because it will help the YouTube algorithm to pick up our channel and push it to more people, and that way they get to experience this awesome and rowdy thing we're about to build together, guys. Enjoy your lives, enjoy your cars, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.